back to Panic Butter. This is Tony. Thanks for joining me today. I got some clips together right now that are freaking out the internet. Have you ever heard of the Monster Hunter Journal? Yeah, either have I. After this, you will have. Plus other stuff. Are you ready? Sit back. We're getting on it. Here we go. First up.
So crazy. It's a fucking cloud with lights in it. Moving weird. I've never seen no shit like that. Cloud with sparkling lights in it. Moving weird.
Definitely weird. That's for sure.
Now you see the sparkling lights in it. Never seen no shit like this in my life.
Well, I don't know about that one. What do you think? Looks kind of normal, a little bit. You see anything like that where you are? Let me know. Let's get on with it. Here it is, the Monster Hunter Journal.
Hey y'all. So I'm so excited to share this with you. I've been waiting for this to come in and it finally did. It's the monster book. This is actually from a hunter family that goes back generations of hunting paranormals, monsters. And this is basically their journal, their field guide, their monster book. Now, whether you believe that there really are such family that has generations, a lineage of monster hunters, that's up to you to believe. It's interesting to note that this is one of many families that has this type of lineage in their family. So if they have this and they're taught, this is passed down, this is knowledge passed down, books, information, then how do we know it's not real? What are they hunting? If we think it's all folklore and fake, could it truly be real? I don't know, but I'm going to share it with you. So I'm going to do the first subsection because it's a lot. And we're just going to get right into it. My name is Christoph Van Kiefer. I collect field information or monsters from folklore and mythology to further the study of creatures of unknown origin. More simply put, I am a monster hunter. The following journal provides general information and details of my encounters with some of the most terrifying creatures that live among us hidden in the shadows. Case studies, field sketches, and expedition logs for the following entities are included in this volume. This is from the family Von Kiefer. So the first one is the Banshee. The Banshee's keening wail is so sad and mournful that it can strip away your will to live. And this is their definition. The Banshee is an Irish spirit who appears when a violent and painful death is about to take place. Her cry is the most mournful sound in the world and can fill one with so much dread and loss that they can actually lose the will to live and drop dead from sadness. K. Von Kiefer. And then it goes into their actual definitions, general notes, and then I will end it with their expedition notes. So type, it's a spirit, fae. Behavior, mournful wailing, humanoid. Is its size? Habitat, cemeteries, places of despair. Location, Irish origin, but found worldwide. Appearance, the Banshee is an incorporeal spirit taking the form of a woman with long streaming hair and having blood-red eyes from her constant crying. Her appearance can range from that of a young woman to an old hag, pale and ghastly in complexion, and clothed in gray or white. General notes. The banshee is a female spirit, or perhaps fae, who is an omen of impending death. She can be found wandering around the countryside, but is often seen around cemeteries, morgues, and hospitals. While you may not always see her, you will know her presence is near when you hear her mournful wailing. In fact, her keening wail is so full of pain that the very sound of it can bring on a deep sorrow to the listener, stripping away their will to live. The banshee only appears when someone is about to suffer a violent and painful death. Once she emits that high-pitched, chilling cry, it is only a matter of time before death arrives. While she is relatively harmless and not evil, her true motives are unknown. Is it a warning to the living? Does she feel the pain of others before they pass? She remains a mystery. Expedition notes. My research for the banshee was quite the difficult to process. How does one hope to come across such a spirit? Hauntings are easy as they are anchored to a place or an item, but a roaming entity that only appears when a horribly violent death is imminent proved much more elusive. I investigated cemeteries and morgues hoping that the spirit would show itself, perhaps mourning for the dead. No results. I tried hospitals and places of suffering. Surely the spirit would show itself, or there at least would be signs of her presence in such a place. No results. I even ventured to Ireland, origin of the spirit, or fae creature as she may be, still nothing, although the locals were very helpful and shared many a tale of the banshee, but yet I was still without results. It was then that fate intervened and I got my wish, yet to this day, I wish I hadn't. I shared drinks with a tired-looking man at the local pub. We struck up a conversation and he explained how the past 2 nights he had been kept awake by this terrible wailing and sobbing outside his door. He had this hollow, haunted look in his eyes I can't forget. After speaking about my research, he agreed to allow me to come to his home that night to see if I could help. He retired early, explaining he just felt down. A few hours later it began. I started to hear gentle sobbing at the door that soon turned to a terrible cry. Never in my life had I heard or felt such sorrow. It was as if my very soul cried out in the despair of losing It was as if my very soul cried out in the despair of losing a loved one, and I in turn began to weep uncontrollably. The apparition of a young woman materialized and floated through the air. Her silver hair and red eyes contrasted with her ashen gray skin. Bloody tears streamed down her face, and she pointed towards the man's bedroom door. Let out one long, awful shriek, and it was gone. The door shuddered with a loud thud, and blood began to pour out from underneath. I ran out as fast as I could. I am no coward, but something urged me to run. To this day, I don't know what happened to the man. Police reports say it was a violent home invasion and murder. All I know is I will never forget that awful wailing sound. Sometimes when I'm alone at night, I think I hear it and I wonder if she's coming for me. So there we have the banshee. Again, this book, there's a lot. So I'll be going through every one of them and sharing them with you. Maybe I'll do a post a week or every other day, but you guys let me know. Do you want me to continue sharing? If so, comment and I will. I hope you like this. There's so much more out there. And now we're actually starting to see the proof and evidence of it.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be epic. These are going to be incredible. They're going to get you. They're going to have you paying attention. We're going to start with one. Another one. Yep, you got it. Here we go.
We're back with episode 2 of the Monster Hunter Journal. As a quick recap, this is the monster book from the Hunter family, the Von Keepers. I am going through and sharing each and every one of its little bit of knowledge and information that they have gathered and passed down within their family of hunters. Now, again, it is up to you to believe whether this is fact or fiction, or if it's just amazing art. Either way, I'm going to share it. So we're going to start off with the Beast of Bladenborough. This large cat-like beast terrorized a small town with its wailing screams and trail of blood-drained bodies. Most likely one of the thought to be extinct Carolina panthers, sightings have expanded to surrounding areas recently with mutilated animals and blood-curdling screams at night. It yet lives. Be wary. K. Von Kiefer. Characteristics of the Beast of Bladenborough. The type, it's a cryptid. Behavior, predatory animal. Size, 6 feet long, 250 to 400 pounds. Habitat, rural, swamp, forest. Location, Bladenborough, North Carolina. Appearance, the Beast of Bladenborough was reported to have been a very large, sleek, jet black animal. Some reports suggest it to have had a very feline face, while others suggest the appearance to be more wolf-like. Tracks found suggest claws in excess of 5 inches, being on par with those of a black panther. General notes. The beast had sightings not only in the town of Bladenborough, North Carolina, but in surrounding areas extending many miles in all directions, suggesting the typical pattern of a territorial hunting grounds. Local reports suggest this large cat-like beast stalked its prey, attacked, and disappeared silently back into the surrounding swamps. Victims were found with huge claw marks and a bite to the neck, which resulted in complete asphyxiation. Furthermore, no blood was found on the ground. Thus, locals began referring to it as the vampire beast. I have dealt with many vampires, and while the beast is a merciless killer, it is in no way, shape, or form to be considered vampire. Tracks found also indicate there are more than one of these on the prowl, suggesting a pack. Expedition notes. Sometimes when investigating a cryptid or a monster in a small rural town, the job can be much harder than it should be. Such is the case with the beast. The local news and bored residents turned what could have been a normal hunt into a circus. Armed hunting parties of ignorant rednecks from all over descended on this small sleepy town. Gossip and half-truths filled the air. It made my job near impossible as people dressed in wolf outfits and stomped around the edges of the swamps. A local trapper even caught a bobcat. Truly amazing. Despite the local hoopla, I was able to get some quality research in. Tracks and the horrible, inhumane shrieking sounds at night led me deep into the swamp, far from where the hunting parties would go. For far, even their tracking dogs tucked tail and ran. My findings were interesting. There was no bobcat. This was no bobcat, nor some vampiric monster. Tracks suggest a wolf-like creature, as large cats do not leave claw marks. Based upon skeletal remains found deep in the swamps, all signs point to the beast being a relative of the canine dirus, the most famous extinct carnivore in all of North America, the dire wolf. An apex predator that even gives a werewolf a run for his money. The beast is very real and very deadly. Based on my findings, there is an elusive pack of them, and while they may have found new hunting grounds, they are most assuredly still on the prowl. So, that's the Beast of Bladenborough. As always, tell me what you think. Make sure you like, post, comment, repost this, share, subscribe. More will come. I will post this book daily. I also want to note that the views in this book are not my views. They come from the Von Kiefer family, Christoph Von Kiefer directly. So please don't take offense, because I know there are some parts in there that some people may take offense. Please don't. This is literally a journal, a field journal of hunting paranormals. And it's interesting that he believes this is a dire wolf. I don't know, guys. Tell me what you think.
Oh yeah, these are going to be pretty cool. Unlike anything in any library that you would be able to come up with, kick back, and read. Is it true though? Is it real? What do you think? Could it be? Let's get on with it. Here we go. Up next.
Incredible phenomenon in northern Brazil.
Uma coisa, sei lá, que tá queimando aí, ó. Tem um fogo assim muito. É, gente, já tinha visto isso aí. Quando a gente passou lá.
Ela não vai.
Meu pai, normalmente. Normalmente ninguém foi.
Depois parece que caiu algo, né?
Eu acho que caiu alguma coisa aí, meu, do céu, sei lá. Eu acho. Porque é uma luz diferente, ela não aumenta. Ela não aumenta.
Pode ver que eu.
Pode voltar, bora. Ei, volta.
Ei, pai, a fumaça dela é diferente, né? Caiu alguma coisa do céu, pai.
Gente, foi alguma coisa que caiu do céu aí, gente. E detalhe, gente, não diminui
E nem aumenta.
e nem aumenta. Vai mais pra frente aí, quem tá aqui do passo. Aqui. Não vai pra lá, não. Aí, caiu. Olha, tem outro bem ali, ó. Tem outro bem ali, ó.
Vai embora ali.
Tem outro bem ali, ó.
Olha lá, pai, tá clarinho lá, ó.
Não, mas tem outro lá ali, ó. Olha, tá tipo um redemoinho lá, ó.
Olha, tá entrando outro pra ali pra trás lá, tá lá, lá, pai.
Olha, tá em outro pra ali, ó.
Bora embora, pô.
Olha, apareceu outro bem ali, ó. Apareceu outro bem ali, ó. Outro pra ali, tá começando bem ali, ó. Olha lá, ó. Olha o outro ali, ó. Olha, tá começando de novo. O que é isso?
É um fogo que tá acima da água, assim, mesmo.
Olha lá. Olha o outro ali, ó. Olha o outro ali, ó. Ele tá andando, gente, ó. Tô vendo ali, eu tô vendo lá, ó. Gente, tá andando, gente.
Tá andando pra lá, pra trás.
Gente, isso é fenomenal, gente. Fenomenal, gente, ali, ó. Não vai não.
Olha o trem aqui, ó. Tá nascendo aqui, não.
Vem ali, tá nascendo outro ali, ó.
Olha lá,
Olha ali, ó.
Olha lá, ó. Fluorescente, né?
Do queimo, mano.
É fluorescente. Acho que não, né?
Olha ali, ó.
Meu Deus do céu,
Já nasceu outro ali, gente, ó.
Tá nascendo na sua frente, hein, pai? Esse é o fogo florescente.
Olha lá atrás, lá atrás, lá atrás, ó. Lá atrás, ó. Tá tendo bem ali, o outro ali, ó. Ó, tá tendo outro ali, ó. Outro ali, outro ali, ó. Olha lá, olha. Cara, eu nunca tinha visto isso. Eu nunca tinha visto isso, cara. Primeira vez. Como é o nome?
Fogo vago.
E aonde tu ouviu isso?
Vamos pegar isso aí, viu?
Cara, nunca vi isso na minha vida. E nem tem cheiro de fumaça, gente. Olha lá, vai começar outro bem ali, ó. Bora. Olha aí, gente. Olha lá, outro lá. Ali tá entrando bem ali, ó. Ó, laranjado, verde, vermelho. Cara, eu nunca vi isso na minha vida, a primeira vez, gente. Cara, inacreditável. É 1 milhão, é? Gente, não propaga o fogo, é pior que ali, ó.
Well, I don't know about that. Looks cool. Is it real, though? That's the question. And will there be more? You always want to ask that because you always want to know. Till then, let's look at some more. Here we go. Up next.
Okay, guys, so this is a recent video. This video was taken at Skinwalker Ranch in March. And I'm telling you, watch this. See the alien? This is a gray alien, and I have 2 videos I'm going to show you. This is the first one. The next one is an older one. I want to discuss these videos and the similarities in these. See them? Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. There's no doubt in my mind this is real. There's no doubt. And you can say I'm wrong. I don't care. I know this is. This is the same exact aliens. Now, I'm going to say this. It's the same ones I've seen 3 different times. The same ones I'm going to put, as soon as they add me a playlist, option, I'm going to add those testimonies. But this is not the only one. There's 2 authentic videos that I've seen on, the internet recently. And one was a while back. And it's the same exact type being doing the same exact type things, appearing, reappearing, disappearing, cloaking, and it was this one. Check it out. He materializes through the window. And watch the ladder down here at the bottom right. You're gonna see it move. Look, same movement he did at Skinwalker Ranch, the one I just showed you in March. Now watch this ladder. See it move? Now you can go back and watch it again yourself. Okay, here's this one again. And this is the actual close-up of him, and he's doing the same thing. Watch, you're going to see him. Look, there he goes. Same thing in other videos. I know it's authentic. This is how I know. This is what they do. This is how you know when a video is fake or real. This is not made up, guys. This is the real deal. There he is. Watch this one more time. Same behavior. Totally different video. Older video. Same stuff. Watch the ladder. He's up to something, just like the other one was up to something. He's got an agenda, folks. Look, there he goes. Leave your comments. Tell me what you think.
Oh yeah, they're all up to something, but what? That's the question. If you ever find out, you usually disappear and you're gone. This man coming up, he has the inside scoop, and we're waiting to hear what it is. Hopefully, he lets it out.
Well, I actually have a picture on my cell phone of 2 actual ETs that were present at a CE5 contact event. If you're at Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, you can see the film on Amazon Prime or Tubi. And so it's not on a Ring camera, it's on my iPhone. So if you could have them contact me, they can send us $1 million tomorrow.
Okay, do you have these pictures right now?
Yeah.
Can you show them on the camera?
Oh, I'd have to fish them out, but yeah, they're pretty amazing, actually. So this is one. And, he, very triangular shaped head, almost like a beak-like face. It was at an event we did out in the Arizona desert a couple years ago. There were about 30 witnesses to this. This photograph was taken with a really good Nikon camera by David Marconi, who wrote the screenplay for Enemy of the State. And it was during a reconnaissance and contact event we were doing there in the desert up above Tucson, up at about 4,000 or 5,000 feet. And it was a very unusual series of events happened. We have another one. I don't know if I have that one on my phone. That happened at Joshua Tree National Park about, 15 years ago. And quite spectacular. Everyone saw. And as a person took a picture of it, now this was under low lake conditions, but it's very clear what it is. And it's an extraterrestrial being that's sort of levitating, floating out in the desert just outside our circle. So, yeah, we have a lot of unusual material.
Well, the unusual material is easy to talk about. It's when you produce it. That's the real stuff. Let's move on. Until then, we'll wait.
So I just saw the alien and I've recorded it on my TV with a tripod because I recorded on that camera and I can't get it off the disc. So that's the way I had to do it. This is just using a normal camera. Okay.
Can you come out of the grass? No, it ran away. Holy crap.
What do you want? What the fuck?
Hey, that's definitely creepy, huh? There's been a lot of that going on. Las Vegas, East Coast, West Coast, usually everywhere. You name it, is it happening near you? And, is it real? That's the question. Let's move on.
A boy named Peter from Mexico explains that while his parents went out to buy some candles since the lights went out, his little brother wanted to use the restroom, which is located outside in the pitch dark yard.
Estamos aquí en la casa de mi bisabuela. Se fue la... ¿Qué es eso? Se fue la luz. Esa es la casita. Porque... Y mi mamá... Espérense. Y mi mamá y mi abuela se fueron al Oxxo a comprar velas por eso. Por lo que pasó de que se fue la luz. Y pues... Estamos aquí. Esas son las... Mi abuelito... Espérense. No sean chillones. No va a pasar nada. Y esas son las cenizas de mi bisabuelo, porque pues desgraciadamente él ya falleció. Y el baño está allá. El baño, mi hermano quiere hacer pipí, pero el baño está allá. Y mi abuela nos dijo que cuidáramos. Mi abuelo nos dijo que cuidáramos aquí su casa, en lo que ellas iban. Pero espérense. Pero pues...
Due to hearing banging sounds outside, the kids were too scared to go out. But as Peter musters up the courage to take his little brother to the restroom, he decides to record the situation. This is what he captured.
Aquí, preséntate ante nosotros. Somos nietos.
Inside the bathroom shed, a dark figure suddenly rushes towards the kids as Peter drops the phone and runs in fear. The dog seems to be horrified by this thing as well, as whatever this thing is seems to be animal-like and begins to inspect the phone, moving it around. The kid screams of terror heard from inside the house as it begins to look for them. Peter is yet to post an update video. As he mentions in his page, his parents won't allow him access to his social media.
creepy, huh? Pretty strange. And, well, you know the question. Is it real? Let's move on. Here's our favorite, fittest flat earther.
Do you guys remember this scene from the movie Leave the World Behind? You know that movie, the one that the Obamas produced? You know the movie that had a giant boat that crashed, and then not too much longer after that movie came out, a giant boat crashed in Baltimore. Well, I couldn't help but notice that scene in that movie compared to what's happened recently in the past few days. And I also couldn't help notice that not too long after this scene where he is noticing a horrific plane crash, well, something else pops on the screen that just happened to catch my attention. And it's right after this. Here it is. A girl wearing a NASA t-shirt. And while seeing that NASA t-shirt made me think about the Challenger explosion, which was almost exactly 39 years to the day, which when you break it down, 39 or 3 plus 9, or 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, there's a lot of threes. And you know where else I found a lot of threes? With that plane crash, because that plane that crashed was supposed to land on runway 33. And even though the numbers have changed now, initial reports were that there were 60 passengers. And they had found 27 of them. So 60 minus 27 means there were 33 still out there. And just in case you didn't catch it the first time, the news was very consistent in making sure that you knew that runway 33 was the one they were supposed to land on, and runway 33 was going to be closed for a while. Now, I'm not trying to get you to draw any conclusions. I'm just saying, isn't it funny how they made this movie that had a scene that looks very familiar? Just like that movie had a scene that, again, looked very familiar. And, well, that the powers that be, they love the number 33, and they also love another number, 9/11. And it just so happens that part of that wreckage... Now, like I said, I am most certainly not claiming anything. I just wanted to point some things out that made you think. And, of course, whatever I say doesn't matter anyway, because I'm just here to give you my satirical humor for entertainment purposes. Have a good day.
Oh yeah, give you a lot to think about, huh? You go, could it be? There's a lot of that stuff. Is it true, though?
What is that? What is that thing in the sky?
Well, that's a wrap. Hey, thanks for joining me if you made it this far. Hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on, and you too will be right back at the beginning next time with me.